Hi, I'm Dave Concepción, philosophy professor and faculty developer. During the 2011-2012 academic year, 11 diversity associates at Ball State University developed inclusive pedagogies, many of which included explicit focus on diversity-themed content. In these videos, we hear from each of them as they describe their innovation and reflect on the strengths and weaknesses of their initial implementations. Beyond showing what each participant did, these videos allow us to see the thinking of great pedagogues. The special value of these videos is that they allow us to reflect upon why some learning objectives are more valuable than others, and why some pedagogies are better than others in supporting student achievement. The goal is not merely to offer a pedagogical fish, if you will, but to show how some great teachers have fished and reflected upon their fishing. I've learned a great deal about inclusive pedagogy and diversity by working with these talented faculty. I hope you learn from them as well.
I teach English 104, which is the required English course that all students need in order to graduate from Ball State. Dialect discrimination has become a proxy for discriminating against groups, against whom we can't directly discriminate. The first thing that we want to do is raise their awareness of dialect discrimination and to acknowledge that it does exist. And then the next step, but once they acknowledge that it exists and they're kind of aware of it, is to realize that it's not okay. I am absolutely concerned with promoting empathy in the classroom. And one of the ways that I do this is through theater exercises and skits. Melinda McBee-Orzelak found that students engage with the material and are able to develop empathy through theater arts. And this is also something that Augusto Boal found with his Theater of the Oppressed. So when students act out the part of a oppressed person, they embody that person and are able to empathize.
Hi, I was wondering, do you have this tie in any other colors maybe?
I believe we have it in purple, blue, and white.
Okay.
I can check in the back for you if you'd like me to.
Okay, that's fine.
Actually, it's my break though, so you might want to ask another person.
Okay.
Hey, Tiffany. I noticed that you were doing a really good job today.
Oh yeah.
But I just wanted to know, like, I know you're going on break soon, but I was wondering if you had maybe finished the mannequins yet?
Oh yeah, they're done.
Okay,
They're done.
just making sure. We got to get the fall line out.
Okay.
Okay. Great.
Oh, God. Jesus. Hello. Girl, we up in this store. I promise they get on my nerves. Really? A party? Who gonna be there? Oh, we finna get down, girl. Shoot. No, they just getting on my nerves though. Like, I just don't understand. Like, really? Okay. Anyways, no. Shoot. This is what I think. You know what? Oh, I will call you right back, okay? All right. Hi.
So I know you're on break.
Yeah.
But we're still in the store, and like, I noticed you were talking a little bit different. Like, I think that you should keep it a little more professional, I guess. I know that's how you talk in your hood, but I think that we just have like a classy environment, so we want to keep it classy.
Okay, I will try better or harder. I'm sorry.
Well, I'm glad we had this talk.
All right.
So on the one hand, these are merely different dialects, and we could say of them that one dialect is appropriate in one setting and another dialect is appropriate in another. On the other hand, one setting is taken to be the more professional or prestigious, valued setting.
So what was discriminatory about what Alexandra did?
She said that might be how you talk in your hood. That was one thing.
She said it wasn't classy.
Keep it professional.
Yeah. Yeah, good. So before you guys took this class, did you conceive of Black English as being unprofessional and slang?
Yeah.
Yes.
So you noticed subject-verb agreement. Would you say that that's unprofessional?
As far, like, my whole education has pretty much taught me that it has been, and all my teachers, if I put that on a paper, then it is considered, like, incorrect. But this makes me think that nothing's really right or wrong. It's just, like, a matter of who's being the judge of it.
This also reinforced the fact that there's no one specific way, correct way to speak or.
Since I did do African American and I am an African American, I kind of felt like I was just doing what I would normally do. Because if I was to work in a store as Gucci or something, I probably wouldn't speak the way I usually speak. So I would basically be forced to be by the dialectal because, so I wouldn't have to face like discrimination or stereotypes. So
Well, you're in college. Aren't you bi-dialectal now?
yeah, I am.
Yeah. So do you feel that's discriminatory that you have to switch?
Well, it's not necessarily discriminatory. I think it depends, like I said before, like how the person might approach me or what they, how they feel towards the way I speak.
So the Gucci skit is not merely dialect discrimination, it's also straightforward racism.
Yeah, calling a dialect unprofessional is dialect discrimination. People certainly aren't going to tell someone who is from England that they need to start speaking American, but you will hear people say that to people who speak Latino English.
When evaluating a pedagogy, it's valuable to think about the risks that an implementation of that pedagogy presents. One of the risks in your case is encouraging students to demonstrate discriminatory or prejudiced behaviors could potentially condone those behaviors.
Because there were 3 groups which had problematic present characterizations, I was able to show students that even though when they were writing it, they didn't set out to characterize Latinos as being drunks. And in fact, they said, I didn't mean to do that. I wasn't thinking that. But that is exactly what they did. So when those students, the afternoon class, wrote down what they had learned, many more of them said, I didn't know I had these prejudices.
One of the things I found so interesting about your pedagogical choice of saying relatively simply to the students, create a skit that uses dialectical features and expresses and demonstrates dialectical discrimination is that it can work anywhere and that it will be different everywhere it works.
It's another benefit of having a student-centered classroom. They tell me what's going on in their lives rather than me telling them.
I hope you found this video informative. To see other videos in this series, visit Ball State University's Office of Institutional Diversity website.